Hello, Marie from the sunny Scottish borders. Which side of the border are you? The right side or the other side? I shouldn't say that, having lived in Manchester for 40 years. Anyway, welcome to, what is it? It's Wednesday, isn't it? The Wednesday Functional Fitness. I'm going to assume, I assume every time that there are new people. So that those of you, I'm just going to put this down a wee bit, those of you that have been with me quite a long time, go and make yourself a cup of coffee, do some warm-ups, do something like that, and while I go into the spiel, it's not going to be very long. What you will need is a chair, a good sturdy chair, and some bands, exercise bands if you have them. I did a short video that I put up on YouTube about buying bands. So if you haven't got any and you want to know which bands to get and things, have a look at that. It's on my YouTube channel. If you haven't got bands, it doesn't matter. Here's the postman. The dog's going to start barking. If you haven't got bands, doesn't matter. Do the exercises without the bands. You'll still get some benefit. But if you can get bands, it would be good. The class is in 3 parts. We do a warm-up. We do the main body of the exercise. Oh, he's got nothing for me, so he's not coming. And then we do some stretching at the end. If you could hit subscribe, that would be very good. I've got 551 subscribers now, so I've got 449 to go until I reach 1,000. That's my aim. I don't think there's anything else I need to mention at the moment. Oh yeah, just to say that this class should be suitable for all levels, unless you're super fit. This class is suitable for all levels. If there are things that you can't do, just don't do them, or try and do them. Even if you could, we do 10 repetitions of each exercise. And if you can do 10, brilliant. If you can only do 1, that's fabulous as well. Don't feel that you have to sort of keep going no matter what, because if you keep coming to the class, or if you do the class 2 or 3 times a week, you will get better. Consistency in fitness is more important than killing yourself 1 day a week and then resting the rest of the week. Okay, so we're going to start with a warm-up. I'll get the chair out of the way, and we're going to start just by walking on the spot. Very nice and gently. There's no hurry. We've got all morning. If you want, do it on your toes, because walking on your tiptoes is really good for your balance. It's good for your ankles. It's good for your calves. The strength. It's good for the flexibility of your ankles and the strength of your calves. So we'll just do this for a little bit more. The functional fitness class is really to help you with day-to-day activities. And one of the things that I get asked about more than anything is balance. And we do have a specific balance exercise in the class. But generally, balance, I think, is a mixture of strength, flexibility, coordination, and balance as well. Balance sort of comes into all of those. So when I say on your toes and it's good for your balance, that's why it's just practicing. Plus, strengthening your legs helps you balance. I'll shut up now. 3, 2, 1. Right. We're going to concentrate on mobilizing your shoulders. So put your hand on your shoulder. Make your arm a bit like a wing. It sticks out at 180 degrees, and we're going to do 5 nice big. Oh yeah, imagine you've got a pencil sticking out your elbow, and we're going to do 5 nice big circles. 2, 3, 4, backwards or forwards, and then the opposite way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, just do what you can. If you're anything like me, your shoulder will be clicking and clacking. Don't forget the pencil. Nice big circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we're just going to cross your arms and try and get one elbow on top of the other, so they're well crossed. If you can't do that, bend them. Don't have them straight. It puts less strain on your shoulders if you're bending your arms. If you can't get them that far, just have them wherever you want. And we're just going to, at shoulder height, bring them back to there. It's a bit like Joyce Grenfell used to do in St. Trinian's in the background. And then cross them over again. 2, You can alternate which arm goes on top. 3, 4, 5. This is great for your back. 6, mobilizing your shoulder. 7, shoulder strength. 8, 9. Brilliant. Whew. This is just the warm-up, and I can feel it on my shoulders. We're just going to put our hands here at waist height and just bring your knee up. If you can't get your knee up to your hand, doesn't matter. If you can, or if you want to, particularly those that have been with me a little while, do this on your toes if you want. If you don't want to, it doesn't matter. When I do it on my toes, I tend to bounce around all over the place, just trying to keep my balance. Anyway, there. When I said we do 10 repetitions, that tends not to be the case when we're doing the warm-up. It's only the main body of the exercise. So 3, 2, 1. Right, now, I've got a little routine that I do for warming up, and this routine is great because it keeps you flexible, it warms up your muscles, it mobilizes your joints, it's good for your balance, it's good for your coordination, does everything. So we're going to start just by doing a heel dig like that. And at the same time, you're going to anchor your elbows and you're going to do a bicep curl. So just your forearm that moves at the same time as you're doing a heel dig with the opposite arm. This is the one that this set of exercises, I've got to stop mentioning this really, is what a certain politician found quite difficult when I was on Steph's packed lunch. 3, 2, 1. Next one we're going to do, I'm just going to move this chair a bit further out. Next one we're going to do is just a step to the left and right, but at the same time have prayer hands so that your arms are going out. I want to do arms and legs at the same time because it means you have to think a little bit more. You can't sort of do these thinking, what am I going to have for tea? Well, you probably can once you've been doing them a while, and imagine you've got a headlight on your knee. So you don't want your knee to drift in. Your knees should be pointing forward. 3, 2, 1. When you're doing your arms, get them to their fullest extent. You're sort of pushing the air away. Don't have them waving around because we're exercising rather than dancing. The third one is you take a step back. I'm puffed. Take a step back. Feeling a bit tired today. I don't know why. Take a step back. And at the same time, have your hands here. And you're going to push your both hands out. Again, remember the headlights on your knees. Splay your fingers. Give your hands a bit of a workout. So when you're doing in and out, go out, in, out, in. So your hands go, your fingers, that's the bits on the end of your hands, isn't it? Your fingers do it as well. And remember, put your leg back. Some people do it putting their leg forward. It's putting your leg back. 3, 2, 1. And then the last one, we're just going to do a toe tap like that. And you're just going to do an arm swing with the opposite arm. Nice and gentle. Whew. I'm a bit hot and puffed now. And we're going to 3, 2, 1. Right. Have you got those cemented in your head? What we're going to do now is we're going to put them all together just to finish the warm-up. Just going to have a slurp of tea. Excuse me doing this. I've got a bit of a dry throat. Sorry about that. Right. We're going to put it all together. So we're going to do heel dig, side, back, toe tap. Heel dig, remember opposite arm and leg, side, back, toe tap. Heel dig, side, pushing the air away, back. Get your hands going, toe tap. Heel dig, side, back, toe tap. We're going to do it a little bit faster now. Heel dig, side, back. This is really good for your brain. Heel dig, side, trying to remember the sequence. Back, toe tap, heel dig, side, back, toe tap, heel dig, side, back, toe tap, heel dig, side, back, toe tap. One more time. Heel dig, side, back, toe tap. Whew, how was that? Are you warmed up? I'm feeling quite warm now, but I've got the heating on. Right, we're going to start the main body of the exercise now, and as always, we start with a squat. Now, I always, no matter what I do with the exercises, I always keep the squat in, because it's really good for strengthening your thighs and strengthening your glutes, big bum muscle. And you need those muscles for everyday functioning. So without good, strong thighs and bum, it's difficult to walk, it's difficult to get up and down stairs, it's difficult to get in and out of the bath, it's difficult to get up and down steps. I've got quite a high step in my front door, and it would be difficult for people to get in there. Walking, seeing friends, having strong thighs and bum is important for your social life because you can get around. So a squat is not, as some people think, knees going down. Your knees never go over your toes. Never, ever, ever. It's sitting down without the chair. Now, you can go to there as long as your thigh is taking the strain. It does take quite a lot of strength in your thigh and your bum to do a free squat. And some people find that difficult to begin with. The other thing is, if you're doing it, don't let your knees come in. So you can do a free squat, feet at least hip width apart, by the way. And you can have a chair behind you if you want. Pretend you're going to sit on it, but then don't sit down. Just stay like that. And then up again. And then, oh, I'm going to sit. Oh, no, I'm not. But if you don't want to do that, you can hold on to the back of the chair. If you're feeling a bit wobbly. Same thing, feet hip width apart. I'm going to sit down. Oh, no, I'm not. And it just gives you that bit of balance. I'm going to sit down. Oh, no, I'm not. And then up you get. Okay? So whether you're doing a freestanding squat, you know, a tiny one, a right down one, or you're holding on to the chair, we're going to do 10. If you can't do 10, do what you can. But work at it. I would suggest you try and do 10 squats every day as a minimum. So I'm going to do 5 sideways and 5 front on. So we're going to go down. You don't have to go down this far. 1, 2, hurting my knees. 3, 4. Keep your torso as upright as you can. 5. Imagine you've got eyes in your front, eyes on your chest, looking forward. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Woo! How was that? Right, the next thing we're going to do, I need my phone for this. This is the only one, I think, where we do it by time. So we're going to do it by, hello Delia. We're going to do it by time, and we're going to do boxing. And it's quite fun boxing. Let me just, oh, stop it. Don't want it that way. I want the timer. Right. Okay, so we're going to do 30 seconds, 2 30-second bouts. So your feet are hip width apart. You've got this stance, a bit like this. And we're going to do it in 3s. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And the arms come straight out. They don't sort of go up, they don't go down, they don't do a pedaling motion. It's straight out from the chest. Okay, and we're going to do 2 bouts of 30 seconds. I have to have this timer on because I can't look at the watch and box at the same time. So you ready? Steady, off we go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Give it a bit of welly. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I'm getting better at this, I think. 1, 2, 3. Sometimes it feels a bit unnatural. Halfway through. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go. Oh, right. Just have a 5-second breather, and then we're going to do that again. How do you find it? Do you find you're getting a bit better at it? I do find I'm getting better at it. My left arm just feels very odd doing that. But anyway, it's slightly unnatural for women to do punching. I don't know why. Well, I do. It's because we don't punch people. Right. Are we ready? Second lot. On your marks. Set. Off we go. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Halfway. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go. Oh, came in just on time, right on time. Right. The next one we're going to do, my least favourite one, but I keep it in because it's really beneficial, is side bends. And it's really good for your core. And having a strong core is good for your balance. People talk about core a lot. The core are your muscles that are not just on the outside, but deep inside that support your backbone. And if you've ever injured your core muscles or done a lot of sit-ups and done your outer core, you'll know that you can't move without using core muscles. And this exercise is very good for core. So feet, I find slightly wider than hip width apart is good. You're just leaning to one side. If you can get your hands down as far as your knee, fab. If you can't, it doesn't matter. Just do what you can. If you're going to put your hand over your head, you can do, or not. It's entirely up to you. Have it straight so that you're using the muscles in the arm. It's not just hanging inert. I'm going to do 10 on one side and 10 on the other. See how many you can do. So, oh, I always grunt and groan when I do this one. Oh, 1. Oh. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. And then the other side. Go. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. Oh, I'm glad that's over. Right. We're going to do 3 exercises for the arms. And this is because having flexibility in your shoulders, increasing your shoulder flexibility, you can test the flexibility of your shoulders by going up to a wall, stand with your feet against the skirting board, and if you can put your hands like that, if your hands can touch the wall, then you've got good flexible shoulders. So if you're sort of out there somewhere, they need work. So we're going to do 3 exercises that help with strength, posture, shoulder flexibility, everything. The first one is lifting your arm just by your ear. If you can't get your arm by your ear, just do what you can. And the other one comes back. This is great for your back because it's your big back muscles that are pulling. So we're going to do 10. So that's 1, 2, just lift, 3, don't do 4, don't flick them up. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Did I count that right? Sometimes my counting isn't all it should be. The next one we're going to do, start with your hands on your thighs, and then you're going to turn your hands out. I'm going to kneel down so as you can see what my arms are doing. You don't need to kneel down, obviously. Twist, and then up, twist them again, and down. 1. And this twisting is exercising the small muscles in the rotator cuff in your shoulder. 3, 4, sometimes exercises, just very small exercises. 5, have benefits. 6, it may feel like you're hardly doing anything. 7, sometimes when I'm walking, I'll just touch my hands above my head like this. 8, just to check my posture. 9, 10. And then the last one we're going to do is have your arms like this, elbows at 90 degrees, straight up from your body, and bring your elbows together. If you can't get your elbows together, just bring them to where you can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Whew, give your arms a bit of a wiggle. See, each one of those exercises on their own is fairly simple to do, but they are, I think, very beneficial. Next thing we're going to do is a specific balance exercise. Now, what I used to do is I used to get people to stand on one leg, and sometimes we would stand on one leg and go around a clock and things. And that's good. And standing on one leg is to be encouraged. And you can do that when you're at the sink, cleaning your teeth, the bottom half of your teeth with one leg and the top half of your teeth with the other. If it gets too easy, close your eyes. But this exercise that we're going to do involves a bit of walking. And I think that balance, it's important to make the exercises sort of as relevant to everyday life as we can. So I'll show you what we're going to do. We're going to walk 3 steps. So 1, 2, 3, and then the left leg comes up. Now, if you can go backwards and you don't feel that you're going to lose your balance or anything, start with the leg that's up and go 1, 2, 3, and then you're back to the right leg up. If you are worried about walking backwards, and safety is all important, when you get to this stage, put your leg down, turn around, starting with the same leg, with the left leg, go back 2, 3, the right leg is up, whoops, put it down, turn round. I'm going to go backwards and forwards, but if you need to turn around, that's fine. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, back, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I'm counting on my fingers here. Back, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Back, 2, 3. I'd be interested to find how easy or difficult you find this. 1, 2, 3. Back, 2, 3. I mean, there are all sorts of different balance exercises you can do. 1, 2, 3. This is number 5. We're halfway through nearly. 2, 3. Up. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I think this is 8. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 9. Oops, falling over here. This is good because it strengthens your core doing this because you're lifting your leg. 1, 2, 3. And then last one. 1, 2, 3. And then back, 2, 3. Maybe next week we'll go 1, 2, 3. And then 1, 2, 3. Maybe we'll do 5 backwards and forwards and 5 sideways. We'll have to have a see. If you're getting too used to going backwards and forwards, maybe better to do it on a different plane sometimes. Right, you're going to need your band now. We're going to do a bicep curl, which is what you were doing when you were doing the warm-up. So you get your band. If you haven't got a band, just do the movements. And then you're going to anchor your elbow into your waist. And you're going to, oh, I've got a cut on my finger there. You're going to hold the band and have enough tension on the band so that when your forearm is about 45 degrees, you need to use this muscle to keep it there. If you relaxed, it would go boing down there. So you're going to keep it there. So your muscle is constantly under tension. And all you're doing is going to close your arm. Your elbow doesn't move at all from your waist. So we're going to go 1, 2, and you don't rock. It's only your forearm that moves. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then we're going to do the other arm. Ready? 1, 2. Keep the tension in that arm all the time. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well done. Next one we do is get your chair. We're going to do rock the boat. Now, remember I was saying about your gluteus muscles. You've got 3 gluteus. You've got gluteus maximus, medius, and minimus. And the medius and minimus are at the side, and they need to be strong as well, particularly for, if you're out in the country, getting over a stile, getting over a fence, getting up a step as well. So, holding onto the chair just for balance, we're going to lift one leg out to the side, and you're just lifting it as if it was, you're not turning, and your foot is pointing forward. So these muscles are lifting your leg. Okay? And we're going to just lift it, don't kick it up, and then place it down, and then the other one. Don't lean over to the side. It doesn't matter how far you get your leg up. It's the fact that these muscles are pulling it up and then down. So that's 1. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I can feel it now, 7, I can really feel it on these muscles at the side now, 8, 9, Whoa! The thing is that one never gets any easier, because when you first start you may only be able to move your leg to there, but then as they get stronger you can move your leg further and further up, so it always feels really hard. Ooh, that was hard, that one was. Oh, seated row. I'm going to be kind and let you sit down now. So you're sitting down, and if you've got different strengths of band, you can probably use a fairly strong one for this one. If you haven't, it doesn't matter. You sit at the front of your seat, have your legs out in front of you with your toes pulled back, and you're going to loop the band around your instep, and then walk your hands down. So you haven't got much band there, you've got quite a lot of tension, and then you're going to sit up nice and straight, so that this band is under quite a lot of tension. Keep your toes pulled back. I'm just going to move my chair, don't you move yours, to show you what my arms are going to do. And your heels stay on the ground at all times. Don't take your feet off the ground. The only bit that moves on this is your arms. And you're going to do a rowing motion. So you're going to just pull your arms back. If you can touch the back of the chair, it might mean you're not far enough forward, but it just might mean that you're very strong. Try and squeeze your shoulder blades together. 1. Your arms don't come up or out. You're just going back. 2. Your elbows stay at your sides. They skim your sides. 3. 4. This is great for your back muscles and for the muscles, your shoulders. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. Wonderful. Right, before we go into our high intensity routine, we're going to do some more squats, but this time we're going to do sumo squats. Sumo squats are, as you would think, you've seen the sumo wrestlers. So you have your legs quite wide, and you have your feet at 45 degrees, and you're going to go down like that. And that does your medius and minimus glutes. So you're going to go down. Now you just go down, you can just go down to there. When you do that, you can feel your thighs are under pressure. Again, your toes don't go forward, so it's sitting back. So we're going to do 10 of these if you can. You can do it holding onto the chair as well. So, ready? 1, I'm not going to go too far down. 2, 3, not sure if I like these or not. 4, I can feel it there though. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Woo! I'm not sure if I like those sumo squats. I might change them for something else. Let me know what you think. Right, the last exercise before we go into the stretches is high intensity interval training, HIIT. And what we do is we do 3 bouts of 20 seconds of very high energy stuff. And what it is it's running on the spot. So tiny little steps, feet hardly come off the ground. Get your arms going, don't hunch. Get your arms going. They won't go as quickly as your feet, obviously. And we're going to do that. I say we, I mean you. We're going to do that for 20 seconds. And then you're going to have 40-second rest. And then you do another 20 seconds and then a 40-second rest. Okay. If you develop chest pains or you should be puffed, but if your breathing becomes really difficult, you know, we're all competent adults, then stop. If you don't fancy it, don't do it. You might want to do one to see how it goes and then not do the other two. It's entirely up to you. But if you're going to do it, you get on your marks. I do it because it's really good. It gets your blood flowing, gets your heart beating, which is really good for you. Oh, do you like them, Marie? Right. No accounting for taste. I love the Borders area, especially Northumberland and all around there. Absolutely gorgeous. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, hit. On your marks. Ooh, the phone's gone off. On your marks, set, off you go. Tiny, tiny little steps. "17, 18, 19, 20. Have a rest now for 40 seconds. Just while you're resting, if you haven't already, you could hit subscribe. Like if you like this class, just click the like button. In the comments section, there's 3 notifications now. There's the Buy Me a Coffee, which you can click on and buy me a coffee if you've enjoyed the class. There's my Over 50 Fitness Facebook page. And I've also started a separate Over 50 Fitness group, which is a private group. So if you want to join that, feel quite free. So we've got 3, 2, 1, and off you go again. Second bout of 20 seconds. "17, 18, 19, 20. Have another rest for 40 seconds. Yes, the new Over 50 Fitness Facebook group, which is a private group. People sort of thought, because anybody can like my Facebook page. So I have no control over who is there, but I can control who's on the Facebook group. So if we get people wanting to advertise stuff, or sometimes I get young men from South America wanting to join, and I think, what? And so I don't let them join. We're going to be going again for the third and final one in just a few seconds. So if you're ready, 3, 2, 1, off you go. "17, 18, 19, 20. Well done. Well done, everybody. I'll let you get your breath back for a few minutes. Yes, so if you could buy me a coffee, I'd be very grateful. Sounds like begging now. Please, please buy me a coffee. It'd be lovely to get more members of the Facebook group. It's called Over 50 Fitness Group. Yes, Over 50 Fitness Group. That's what it's called. To distinguish it from, because the page is just called Over 50 Fitness, and 50 is FIFTY. So it'd be lovely, and people can share stories and things. I mean, they can on the page as well, but it tends to get lost if there's a lot of stuff going on. Anyway, so stretching now. So what you need is your chair. First thing we're going to do is stretch calf muscles. So you front leg is bent, back leg is straight, heel is on the ground, and you lean forward, and you should feel the stretch at the top of your calf. I'm just going to hold that for a few more seconds. And then if you gently bend your back knee, your heel will come off the ground, but if you put a little bit of weight on that leg, you will feel the stretch moving into your Achilles tendon. So it sort of moves around, you stretch the bottom half of your leg a bit. And then switch legs. Just check that your feet are both pointing in the same direction. And then gently bend your back knee. Okay, right. We're going to stretch the thigh muscles, the quadriceps. Now you can, the traditional way to do that is to grab your foot or your ankle or your trouser leg and have your knees together, standing up nice and straight. You can use it as a balancing exercise if you want, and you can feel the stretch there. But I know there are quite a lot of people, because of knee problems or what have you, that can't do that. So what I do for those that can't, an alternative, put your hands behind your back and just try and kick your hand with your heels, because this is actually, I've come around to thinking this is probably better, because you're stretching your thigh muscles, but you're also strengthening your hamstrings, which are the muscles at the back of your leg. So I quite like this one. So whichever you're doing, in a minute, in just a few seconds, those of you that are holding on to one leg, switch legs now. Those of us that are being dynamic like this, just keep going. You see footballers warming up like this, don't you? Running along, kicking their bums with their heels. 3, 2, 1. Okay, and relax. We are now going to stretch said hamstrings, these ones. So sit on the edge of your chair, knees at 90 degrees, ankles under your knees. Just check your posture. Just touch your hands above your head, make sure your posture's okay. One leg out, toe pulled back, and then you're going to lean forward from the hips, not from the waist. So imagine you've got an eye in your chest and you're looking forward. Rather than sort of collapsing down onto your leg, you're sort of looking forward more. And just do, this stretch is your stretch, so don't try and go as far as you can, just go as far as you can to feel the stretch on your hamstring. And then we're sitting up and doing it on the other leg. Just check your posture and lean forward from the hips, not from the waist. Whew, this one's quite ouchy for some reason. Oh, sitting up again. And then the last one we're going to do on the legs. I'm moving my chair so you can see what I'm doing. You don't need to move your chair. Is you're sitting sideways in the chair, but at the front. So there's not, you're not sitting sort of back here, because then this bit of the chair gets in the way. So sit at the front, and this leg just goes out behind. So you're sitting, looks as if I'm twisting there, sitting nice and upright, and this leg comes back. Oh, I've got a bit of an injury there, still got it. I'm just going to press in there on me. It's like, oh, you know, when you've got muscle pain and you press it and it's like, and it's kind of nice but sore at the same time. That's exactly what that is. Oh. Ow. Ow, 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 ow. Ooh. And then we're going to switch around. Okay, and then standing up, arms out at shoulder height, palms facing forwards. We're going to go round the tree, so it's round rather than just straight out in front of you. It's round like that, at shoulder height, and then dip your head. Try and get your sort of shoulder blades apart. So you're stretching the big muscles at the top of your back and your neck. I like this one. And then put your hands behind you. If you can't, interlink your fingers. If you can't, just try and get your elbows together. Interlink your fingers. And if you're interlinking your fingers, just lift your arms up a bit. Just get the stretch across your chest. Coffee time for what? Or your builders. Right. The last one is sitting in the chair. Try not to use the back to support yourself. Try and use your own back to support yourself. Just dip your head. Just look at the floor. Put your hand on your crown and just don't push, but just let the weight of your hand push your head down slightly. And then look up. And then turn your head. Ooh, ow. Turn your head to the left. And use your right hand. Put it against your right cheek. Try and turn your head back to the center, but resist with this hand. So you're creating tension in your neck. And then release that tension and see if you can turn your head just slightly more to the left. It's important to have flexibility of your neck for your balance, believe it or not. And then go back to the center and then turn your head to the right. Ooh. Put your left hand against your left hand side of your face. Try and turn your head back to the center. Resist with your hand. Create that tension in your neck. And then relax and see if you can turn your head a little bit more to the right. And then bring your head back to the center. And that's it. I was wondering actually if you would find it, because I was thinking, we only use the bands for two of these exercises, for two exercises. I was wondering if you would find it beneficial if I did a one-off specific exercise class using bands, a strengthening class using bands. Let me know what you think about that. I thought we'd probably do it on a Friday morning about 11. So if you would find that beneficial, let me know and we'll maybe do it at, where are we, November? We'll maybe do it at the end of November sometime, just to show you some more techniques with the bands. But let me know what you think. But it'll be a live class, same old. And see you next week.